whenever you donate sperm, it is anonymous, but they give you some paperwork and they give you a donor number in case you do ever want to be found. And so my mom kept this paperwork for me, and it doesn't give you a picture of the guy, but it gives you a general description, and it gives you, like, you know, he kind of looks like this, 6'3", you know, dark hair, whatever, from, you know, this city. And you have to have a degree, so they tell you what they've got their degree in and stuff. And because you have to meet certain requirements, right? And they didn't pay you a whole lot for sperm. Like, you know, otherwise everyone would be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was another thing people ask me all the time is, oh, but your dad did it for the money. And he like, yeah, they paid him, obviously, but, like, it wasn't that much. He said it was like $100 or something. No, the reason he donated. So my dad is from New Orleans, and he was molested by a priest a Catholic priest when he was 12, and so it fucked him up, you know, as it would anyone. And so, you know, he had to, like, go through therapy and stuff, and it made him feel bad about himself in the way that he thought he would not, like, be maybe a good dad, because he didn't think he was, like, a good person, essentially. And I myself have suffered, unfortunately, a similar fate, and was so self-hate-y that I felt suicide-y, so I can understand. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, my dad was like, fuck God, for, well, a while, like 30-something years or something. Anyways, he grew up atheist after no more Catholicism for him, he say, until he was a full-grown man and was already as a doctor. I'm sorry, I can't speak. He was already a doctor, and he had made a lot of money and stuff, and so he spent his money on traveling around the world. And he spent some time with an Indian tribe in Brazil, and he smoked some ayahuasca or DMT with them, and he said he saw the face of God, and God came and spoke to him and said that this is how you will procreate, by donating. And he was like, enough said. And he also had a set of friends, a couple that couldn't conceive, and it, like, motivated him. And then what else is it? Because he was like, you know, I have a healthy body, I'm a pretty good looking dude, like, he's a doctor, he's obviously not a dummy, like, why not help, you know, because I, you know, maybe don't feel right being a father, you know. But like I said, he kept hold of his paperwork for when he donated, to potentially be in touch with any future children. Because he's pretty adamant about, like, I don't want to push anything on anyone, I'm only here if people want to get to know me, and, like, you know, he's not trying to impose on anyone's life, or, like, anyone's stepdad, or, like, whatever, what have you. So yeah, you know, like I said, we're up to 27 or so far, and, yeah, I was, like I said, the only one that knew the whole time, that I was conceived this way. So like I said, my mom had the paperwork, and I was, 14? I was watching a show in 2020 about kids that had been conceived like me, and they had found each other and their dad off this website. And so I was like, shit, let me check it out. Boom, I found him immediately. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey dude, I think I'm your daughter. And, like, boom, we're on the phone, you know, we're talking, and we keep in touch. And, like, I find out that night that I have 2 younger brothers, so I'm the oldest at this point. And sorry, people always text me when I'm trying to make videos. But anyways, yeah, we kept in contact, and he sent a DNA test, and you're the father, woo! And, like, it was such a crazy feeling. I met him in person when I was 18. I'm 32, 3, what? I don't know. Anyways, I was 18 when I met him in person. And the second I met him in person, it was the craziest feeling, because it was not like, hey, so nice to meet you. It was more like, I know you. I know everything about you. I know your soul. I used to channel him as a child all the time. Because, you know, I grew up as an only child, and people would be like, do you miss your daddy? And, like, I I don't fucking know what having a dad's like. I don't know what I don't know. And so I'd be like, do I miss my dad? And then I'd be like, you know, it feeling like, and so I'd be like, wonder what this guy's like. And so since I was alone a lot, I had a lot of time to imagine what this guy would be like. And that's exactly what the fuck he is. That's him. That's fucking him, man. That's another thing that taught me, was that I'm very psychic and like able to like channel easily and stuff, you know what I mean? Because it was just so like mind-blowing as to how much this guy was. 100%. Everything I imagined him to be, that's what he was. But I could go on and on and on about that, and I will in other episodes. But anyways, that's how I found my dad. And we've been in contact ever since. And he obviously has a special place in my heart, and I'm sure I have a special place in his heart as well, because, you know, as a first girl and whatever. And like, you know, growing up, I always knew that, like, yes, I'm similar to my mom, but I'm like way more like my dad. I could just like feel it. Like, I might have like, you know, adopted her mannerisms because she was the one that raised me, and like I kind of look like her a little more. I'm not really sure about that, but I have like her coloring and stuff, and I have like his like long body and like slender features, and like, I don't know, it's maybe like a 70-30 split or something, I don't even know. But then again, I kind of look like neither one of them. I don't know. Either way, the personality, I could always tell I was way more like my dad, even from being a small child. And I didn't have like siblings growing up to compare myself to, so meeting all these people is like beyond healing. Like, I can't put into words how healing it is, because like when I grew up, I thought my mom was perfect. So if I'm not like her and she's perfect, what does that mean? It means you are not perfect. That means you're naughty and you're bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I thought as a kid. We could unpack that even longer in another video. But like I said, lots of moving parts. But yeah, I'll try to think of more frequently asked questions.